Good morning, and today I'm in Windermere. Bit of an early start actually. It's I think 7:30 in the morning, and the reason I'm starting early is because today there's a storm meant to be coming at about 10 o'clock. So I thought with this job I'd try and get some of it done before it gets too windy and wild. Anyway, I'll show you what we're looking at. So it's at a sports centre. This is cricket pitches, football pitches, and I've got these buildings to do. So what I'm going to start on today is this area here, and you can see this is really heavily contaminated, and it's a wet dash property. Obviously it's never been treated, and you can see this is really bad here. So this will obviously need a couple of treatments. You can see on here this is Trentophilia, and on this wall here it's really bad. So I'm going to do this today, and this, see how far I can get along here. But then I've got all along here. This isn't too bad here because it's protected. Let's go down here. And down this side here, again on this side it's really badly contaminated. On here it's not so bad, but it you can see the pink algae. So I've got that to do. Round here, but I think today they're saying we're going to get winds of 60-70 mile an hour, so might be finishing earlier than I thought. And then this back wall here, again really heavily stained down the bottom here. Don't think I'll be moving that. Anyway, not a bad location. And here. So I'll see how far I can get today, see if I can get at least start on this and get this treated. Then I might say do a couple of treatments on there today. Top bit up here. On this side. Again, it's all actually contaminated up here, really bad. Get on this side. I think this car's been dumped. Yep. Obviously a lot going on here. Yeah, so reasonable sized job. And say it should take me a couple of days. All depends what time I have to finish today, but anyway, let's see how we get on with this one. Well, I'm back at the sports centre at Windermere. I had to cut the day short yesterday because we had 60-mile-an-hour winds and it wasn't really safe to work. Plenty of overspray and that. So I put treatment on. I managed to treat a couple of walls. I didn't rinse it all off actually. But I'll show you what I did yesterday. So I did this wall. This was actually the worst wall, and this wall at the bottom. This was particularly contaminated. So I've treated this and I've not rinsed it yet, but you can see there's dead moss here, so that's all killed. The wall itself looks generally clean. I mean, obviously there's a little bit of render missing and that, but overall the wall looks a hell of a lot better than it did. I treated this wall, again I haven't rinsed it, and then this main wall, this was particularly bad. And at the top there, again, I've not rinsed it. So what I'm going to do this morning is I'm going to retreat all these. I managed to get round here. Oh, you can see this wall here that I actually did yesterday. So I did this, and I did up to there. So that's what it was like. That's what it's like now. And then this wall, again, all been treated. But I think I'll put another treatment on and then I'll rinse it, so the weather's a lot better today. So I'll see if I can get down there today as well. There's still a fair bit to do, but anyway, at least the weather's better, so it's not as wild as yesterday. Right, let's see how today goes. So I'm just going to start on this side and I'll show you what this is looking like. You can see there's a really big stain here. This is mould, a lot of algae going on here. So I'm back at Windermere Sports Centre, and definitely a better day than when I was last here. It was peeing down. Well, the first day was a storm and I had to call it quits really. But anyway, I'll show you what how we're looking at the moment. So these are the walls that I've treated and cleaned and left the biocide on. They keep getting better as they work over time. So I'll show you what these are looking like. So did this wall. This was particularly bad at the top, this area, and I've left a biocide on there and that's still working. And then round this side there was a big black streak. But this paint on here is not particularly great actually, but that's where the big streak was. That's gone. Still a few dead spores on there, but they'll clear. And then the main wall that I did when the storm was here. So I did this wall here, but it's this main wall here. This is the one that was really particularly bad. Well, in fact all these were, but this and this wall here were really bad. They've really cleaned up well, and as I say, they've got a biocide left on them. So there's this here really, this mark here, this is missing render, but you can see as we get closer. But the wall itself is treated and cleaned in the back here. And then I did some of this wall, so I did this area here. And I've got this to do today. That area to do. These walls along here, and again the paint, they've obviously painted this at some point. Paintwork didn't look great, but that should all clean up. And what I'll do, I'll probably start on this gable end here. So this gable end, again, bit of algae, Trentifilia here. This looks like rust coming off this here, but I'll treat that. Quite a lot of mould down the bottom. And around there, and then under here. So again, on the edge where it's exposed, that's quite a bit of algae. I'll clean all this up. So I'm thinking this should be done today. Weather's decent. So let's see how we get on with this today. So I've now finished this job at Windermere Cricket Club, and I'll show you what everything's looking like. So this was the original wall, and this one was particularly contaminated. I'll show you the before and afters of this one, but yeah, really contaminated, but it's cleaned up really well. There might be the odd dead spore on there. I'll see if I can show you some. So maybe a few down the bottom there as we get on here. I mean, this is generally clean. There might be the odd little spore, but they will clear over time because this has had a biocide on it. Did this. So today I've just done this wall here. This is still wet actually, so this has a biocide on it now and is drying. But that's cleaned up really well. Again, a few dead spores at the top, but fairly really not noticeable, so they'll just clear. And this back wall, so this has obviously had graffiti on before now, and you can see the outline of the graffiti. But I've cleaned all of this. All this today. And I'm going to get around to this gable end. So I did this morning. Again, another bit of graffiti here, and there's a couple of marks up there, and I think that might be where there was quite a bit of graffiti at some point. So, yeah, under there.
No, with the ball. Don't do the water. Come on.
And then under here. Oh. Again, not a bad location really for a job. I'm just emptying my tank now because I don't want to be driving around with a load of water. But so all this been treated, got biocide on, treated at the top, and again this gable end. So not a bad job this one. And as I say, it would normally take about a week, 10 days for it to fully dry out, and any remaining dead spores in there will just drop off. So I'm back at Windermere Sports Club, and I just wanted to show you what it looks like now after about a week after it's been fully dried out. So obviously we've done all these walls. I'll just show you around this side. So this is where we did around there, but now with the sun on it, it's fully dried out. It's looking really good. So you can see. So this wall was particularly black, this wall here, and there was some moss on there, but that's now sort of dropped off, or a lot of it has. And then, so again, under here there was remaining moss, but that's now gone. And then you can see the wall's looking really clean. And this gable, I'll show you some before photos of this, but this had pink algae on it, Trentophilia. And this wall was bad. They've obviously had graffiti on here at some point and then painted over it. But obviously the wall is now clean. But it makes a difference in the sunshine once it fully dries out. And then this here, again, I've just actually been today just to treat this area here. I don't know whether you can see that. That's got some graffiti on it, and I'm hoping that's going to clear. And then I did under this bit here. This wasn't so bad. It was bad down the bottom, and there was quite a lot up this side here, but that's obviously all cleared. So overall, really good job. It looks really good in the sunshine. So if you've enjoyed this video, please press the like button, and if you subscribe you'll get notifications of future videos. There are a few videos in the pipeline that I've just started editing, so I will be putting more on my channel. But thanks for now, and I'll see you on the next one.